You want to talk about stakes? It doesn't get bigger than this. The winner of this game takes the NFC North crown, controls the number 2 seed, and sends the losers spiraling into the wild-card mess. And the biggest twist? The Green Bay Packers just lost their most terrifying weapon, Micah Parsons, for the entire year. This division is wide open. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. We are staring down the barrel of the biggest game of the year, Week 16, Bears vs. Packers, Part 2. We're going to break down every injury, every matchup, and exactly how Micah Parsons' torn ACL changes the entire complexion of the NFC playoff picture. But before we dive into the madness, do me a huge favor. If you want your team to dominate this Saturday, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a breakdown. Let's get straight into the news because the injury reports are absolutely stacked this week, and honestly, it's a little worrying for both sides. Starting with Chicago, if you're a Bears fan, you need to be glued to the updates today. We're looking at a potential crisis at wide receiver. Rome Odunze is still battling that foot injury, and Luther Burden III is dealing with an ankle issue. Neither of these guys has practiced yet this week. I'm going to be real with you. I don't expect Rome to be ready. There is a sliver of hope for Luther Burden, but if he doesn't get on the field today, his chances are slim to none. And then there's the running back room. Keep a very close eye on DeAndre Swift. He wasn't listed on Tuesday, but suddenly popped up on Wednesday as limited with a groin injury. Now, the word from the locker room is that he was walking around fine and it's probably minor, but groin injuries are tricky. He's been the engine of this offense, so if he's slowed down, that puts a lot of pressure on the rookie, Kyle Manangai, to step up in a massive spot. On the Green Bay side, it's just as chaotic. Jaden Reed had a personal matter but should be good to go. The one that scares me for them is Josh Jacobs. He has been banged up for weeks. He's a warrior, he wants to push through, but you have to wonder how effective he can actually be. Zach Tom and Evan Williams? I'm not confident we see them. Josh Wall is in concussion protocol, so the tight end depth is thin. But the good news for the Packers? Christian Watson returned to practice. It sounds like he's trending up, which is huge because they are going to need every ounce of firepower they can get. When you look at how battered these rosters are, you have to ask yourself, in a game with stakes this high, does it just come down to which coaching staff can scheme around their missing stars better? Let's zoom out and look at the playoff picture because this is insane. We are exactly where we were 2 weeks ago. The Packers had a half-game lead, but then they dropped that game to Denver. The Bears took care of business against the Browns. So here is the reality. The winner of this game is in the driver's seat. If Chicago wins, they are practically the kings of the North. If Green Bay wins, they take control. And don't forget, the number 1 overall seed is technically still in play for the winner if they run the table, because the Rams and Seahawks still have to play each other. One of those teams is going to lose. But the elephant in the room, the thing that changes absolutely everything, is Micah Parsons. He suffered that non-contact torn ACL against Denver, and that is a devastating blow. Not just for the Packers' defense, but for the entire game plan. Think about it. Micah Parsons is the guy who keeps offensive coordinators awake at night. I guarantee you Ben Johnson was losing sleep weeks ago trying to figure out how to stop him. We saw it in the first matchup. Caleb Williams was constantly rolling out, moving the pocket, doing everything just to avoid number 11. With him gone? The chessboard resets. Jeff Hafley, the Packers' defensive coordinator, is in a tough spot. He doesn't love to blitz. He usually relies on his front four to get home. But without Micah, can you trust that front four to pressure Caleb Williams? I don't think so. Rashawn Gary hasn't had a sack or a tackle for loss since week 7. They need him to wake up fast. If Hafley has to start sending extra pressure to compensate, that leaves the secondary exposed, and that is where things get interesting. If I'm the Bears, I am licking my chops at this secondary. The Packers' defensive backs have looked better than they actually are because Micah Parsons forces quarterbacks to throw the ball before they want to. Without that pressure, those corners have to cover for 3, maybe 4 seconds, That is a lifetime in the NFL. This brings us to the Bears' strategy. Even if Rome Odunze and Luther Burden are out, I think we see a heavy dose of 13 personnel, 3 tight ends. You've got Cole Kmet, who has been a beast, and the rookie Colston Loveland, who has been pancake blocking defensive ends like Myles Garrett. You put those two on the field with DeAndre Swift and DJ Moore, and you can create serious mismatches. You can run the ball down their throat, or you can run play action and take shots deep. And let's talk about Caleb Williams. The first half of that last Packers game? It was rough. But the second half? That was some of the best football we have ever seen him play. He has been lights out for the last 6 quarters. He is weatherproof, he is confident, and he is starting to look like the franchise savior Chicago has been waiting for. This leads me to today's question of the day, and I want to see a war in the comments section for this one. With Micah Parsons out for the year, do you think the Packers' defense is officially cooked? Or does Jeff Hafley have enough talent left to make a Super Bowl run? Let me know your honest take below. Is their window closed without Micah? Now, don't think for a second Green Bay is out of this. Jordan Love is playing fantastic football. He torched the Bears in the first matchup, and even against the blitz, he was surgical, 9 for 12 with 3 touchdowns against the blitz last time. If I'm Dennis Allen calling the defense for Chicago, I am terrified of blitzing Jordan Love again. It didn't work. You have to play coverage. You have to play. Bend don't break. Make him dink and dunk his way down the field and hope he makes a mistake. The X factor for Green Bay is going to be the rookie, Matthew Golden. He has been getting more involved, and the kid catches everything. He is fast, he has sure hands, and with the Bears worrying about Christian Watson, Golden could be the guy who slips through the cracks and makes a massive play. And let's not ignore the offensive line issues. If Zach Tom can't go, the Packers are shuffling guys around. We might see the rookie Anthony Belton at tackle, or maybe Jordan Morgan sliding around. That is a lot of moving parts for a Saturday night primetime game in freezing cold Soldier Field. This game is going to be electric. It's going to be in the 30s, under the lights, Saturday night Soldier Field. The atmosphere is going to be hostile. The Bears players are still talking about the bad taste in their mouths from the last loss. They want revenge. The Packers are fighting for survival without their best defensive player. This isn't going to be a blowout. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to come down to who makes that one play in the fourth quarter. Will it be Caleb Williams with a magic escape? Will it be Jordan Love finding Christian Watson deep? Or will an unsung hero like Kyle Manengai or Matthew Golden steal the show? I cannot wait. This is what football is all about. Make sure you are subscribed because we will be live immediately after the game to break it all down. Enjoy the game, everyone. It's going to be a classic. We'll see you Saturday.